Original teaching. Experience brings transformation. Spiritual discernment comes about through spiritual unfoldment, allowing us to understand what spirit forces are at work in us, in our daily lives, and at work in the lives of those around us. Spiritual discernment. Spiritual discernment comes about through spiritual unfoldment, allowing us to understand what spirit forces are at work in us, at work in the course of our daily lives, and at work in the lives of those around us. Spiritual discernment is not physical discernment, nor is it mind reading. Spiritual discernment cannot be seen or felt. It can only be understood from our own personal experiences with spirit phenomena, and with spirit and spiritual revelations. Reading 1 John 4:1, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. Spiritual discernment is experience based on knowledge, whereby you know whether the spirit before you is of God or of error, even if some other spirit of error is operating through the person before you. Spiritual discernment is the distinguishing between spirits, whether they be of God or not, and to do so, you try them. The acid test of spiritual discernment is what is being shown or communicated spiritual or physical? Is it about heaven, Jesus, and God? Or is it about this physical world and the things of this world? Reading 1 Corinthians 2:13. These things we also speak, not in the words which men's wisdom teaches, but which the Holy Spirit teaches, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. But the natural man does not receive the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness to him, nor can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. Spiritual discernment allows us to understand, from our own personal experiences, the motivations of ourself, as well as the motivations of those around us, whether the Spirit of God is at work, or is it the spirit of perdition, a spirit of this world. Everyone skilled in the word of righteousness have their spiritual senses exercised to discern good and evil. Think of spiritual discernment as looking at things from God's point of view, righteousness. Spiritual discernment is to help us navigate through the evil of each day, developing the perfect man, the righteous man. Take no thought for the morrow shall take thought for things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Matthew 6:34. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good, acceptable, and perfect will of God. Put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. Romans 12:2 and Colossians 3:10. Satan is the ruler of this world. He lives through and directs all beings with his creation using the soul. Through the soul, Satan causes all things and all beings to revolve, to go through cycles, just as if they were attached to a machine that turns them round and round on the wheel, where our attention is constantly being bounced around from thinking to feeling, from feeling to memories, from memories to willing, sometimes one at a time, or two, or three, or all at once, forming lust, greed, anger, attachments, and vanity or ego, binding us continuously to the wheel and to this world of death, decay, and destruction. Do ye think that the Scripture saith in vain that the spirit, soul, that dwelleth in us lusteth to envy? James 4:5. Do not continue to follow after the instructions of the foolish, teachers who deceive with the form of knowledge, but their truth is based on the law, not God. For the law is a knowledge of sin, but now the righteousness of God, without the law, is manifested. Have the knowledge of God and awake to righteousness. All unrighteousness is sin. 1 John 5:17. What is the level of spiritual discernment if a person has never experienced anything in the Spirit or spiritual revelation? 0. Spiritual discernment is to hold yourself accountable, to correct yourself, not to hold others accountable or try to correct them. That is their job. Your job is to demonstrate the way of righteousness that they might pick up on it. Also, spiritual discernment is not the ability to read minds, although the mind-reading phenomena of the soul does get in the way of the spiritually inexperienced, who lets the imagery stored in their own soul affect their thinking. Takeaway. Spiritual discernment comes from personal experiences with spirit, spirit phenomena, and the spirit and spiritual revelations. The acid test of spiritual discernment is what is being shown or communicated spiritual or physical? All unrighteousness is sin. Thank you for watching. Please click here to subscribe and watch this next video, or watch this next video. Thank you.